Look at all the Funko Pops being sold for $3 at Lucky Duck Deal store in Mesa, Arizona.
Funko wants us to tone down the negativity and be more positive.
Did you happen to see that there's a settlement because Funko apparently, allegedly, lied about a lot of their business practices?
Chris, tone it down.
And I don't know if you know this or not, but all the Wondercon Funko Pops are still on Funko.com. That means all those Funko Pops have to be a bunch of
Chris, Funko wants us to be positive.
How could they expect us to be positive when all we're seeing is trash?
I think they want us to lie.
Well, we've decided today that we're not going to talk about Funko. Believe it or not, we're not talking about Funko today. I mean, other than what we talked about at the beginning of the video, but we're not talking about Funko in this video. We're talking about Thrilljoy. We're going to thrill you, and we're going to joy you. I don't know what that means yet. We'll figure it out by the end of the video.
We should not do any figuring out of anything because that is something that we just do not have enough time to do.
I don't know if you know this, but this is my throw hand and this is my joy hand. You want to know why my left hand is my throw hand? That's my stranger hand. That means you're going to get one hell of a thrill.
Let's move away from this.
So Thrilljoy had an amazing outing at Wondercon. Wondercon was amazing for both them and also Rokimoto, and we're going to cover Rokimoto tomorrow and discuss all the things. I want to talk about Rokimoto tomorrow because there's something very cool that I don't know if fans out there are ready for it yet. Now, I don't know if you guys watched our interview with Brian Mariotti and Carissa, but it was a lot of fun.
We are so grateful for that opportunity. They actually allowed us to show some sneak peeks of things that nobody knew about.
That's right. Which I don't know why you just touched my nose. It smells like cheese. Because I like to do that.
Okay, well, your nose smells like cheese, and that's why.
Okay, just give up. Okay, you're going to tap out? Tap out. Put your hand down. Tap it down. Let's talk about New York Comic Con. Let's rewind all the way back to New York Comic Con.
Do a rewind noise. Oh, that's good. The way you moved your lips when you did that was sort of weird, but it was a good noise.
Exciting weird, or?
Ew.
Like you want to talk about it later weird? While at New York Comic Con, Heather and I talked to Brian Mariotti about all the brand new products. We were excited to see what they were up to. Love the apparel, love the figures, love that now they're calling them Pix Panoramics. The mega figures were amazing as well. But one thing that I had mentioned, which I think a lot of people mentioned, I'm not the only one, they needed a smaller product.
Yeah, people were complaining everywhere. The original Pix were just too big. There were a lot of people that pulled the figures out of the frames.
They were using like Dremel tools and shit.
Yeah. Thrilljoy decided to pivot. They're still keeping the original Pix. They're calling them Pix Panoramics, but they now have the figures that are inside the Panoramics as just individual figures in their own box, and they're the same size and everything. And then they also have mini Pix Panoramics that are called Pixels.
I love the figures that they're showing off and like the different licenses that they're playing around with. So it's kind of weird, right? They started off with a product that was pretty big.
Yeah.
And so people had to carry around these big, gigantic bags all over New York Comic Con. The fact that they're making them smaller not only is good for our collector shelves, but it's also good in stores. Can you imagine a store being full of those Pix? Like they bring them all out and they stack them all for sale?
Yeah, that would be a lot. I feel like Pix Panoramics is sort of like a pick and choose line.
So there's a lot of excitement happening at WonderCon, and we're going to cover that because I grabbed a bunch of photos from Instagram. And so it's Dish Trackers posted a bunch of stuff. But before we jump more into the Thrilljoy stuff, I do want to mention that we're going to be at AwesomeCon this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. AwesomeCon takes place in Washington, D.C., and it starts on April the 4th and it ends on April the 6th. And we're putting out a brand new awesome figure. It's this guy right here who is incredibly detailed. This is one of my favorite figures we've ever put out. I think he probably is my #1 favorite figure ever. Not only are we going to have him, we're also going to have pins. We're going to have shirts, hats, and all sorts of other stuff. Lanyards, which I'm actually using during my day job. It's a really cool lanyard. Can't wait to show that off to everybody. we're going to have a mystery figure there as well. On top of that, we're going to bring some plush with us in case you've never picked one up or want to see one in person. And we're going to bring some random things to set up at our booth just to see what people are into while we're at AwesomeCon, because we've never been there before. Make sure you bring your Coven coin. That way you can get the special Coven item. You're not going to want to miss this item. We are not going to give this item away anywhere else but at conventions and also at the Day of Mischief, which, Heather, you have a little note about Day of Mischief.
We actually announce all of the ticketing details that you need to know today. So tickets for Day of Mischief will go on sale next Thursday, April 10th at 12 p.m. Eastern, and they're $180. And we're also offering a handful of children's tickets. Children's tickets are really designed for the few people that have like maybe little kids that aren't necessarily old enough to collect our figures. They don't want to spend $180 on their little kid to be present at this event and get all of the things. And I thought that that was really important. So the children's ticket is going to be $30. They get entry into the venue. They get access to food and drinks, not alcohol because that's 21 and over. They don't get like the figure and the exclusive things.
But I might have a plush for them while we're there, because you know how I like to come in there and throw the plush around.
Yes, you do. With your ticket, you get access to this event, which is going to be a super immersive and fun storytelling event where we are going to tell you a story with animation from our super talented artist, Devin. We are going to introduce a very new mysterious character, and we are going to do giveaways. We are going to present you with some amazing things to include a brand new figure that you have never seen before, some pins, a print, as well as some stickers and a ton of giveaways. Additionally, we will have a full Italian dinner. We do have a bar. It will be a cash bar because we tried to keep the ticket prices as low as we possibly could. This event is going to be located 10 minutes from BWI, which is Baltimore Washington International Airport, in Glen Burnie, Maryland.
So yeah, go over to MischiefToys.com, sign up for the newsletter right now, get your tickets when they go up for sale. Let's break bread together and have a really, really fun time. I'm going to tell you this right now. Anybody who comes to this thing, the items that we have available are stellar. They're super sick, and I'm going to promise you, you're not going to want to miss this event. Check out MischiefToys.com, sign up for the newsletter so you find out about all those details, and follow us on Instagram at Mischief Toys. One other thing about Mischief Toys is that we put up this awesome poster today. Thank you to everybody who supported us and supported this lovely artist. He absolutely killed it.
Yes, this is by Jason Thomas. You can find him on Instagram at Jason Thomas Artwork. He is super duper talented. This is a 12 by 18, which is like the absolute biggest poster we have ever done. Once you get this in your hands, you are going to fall in love. So thank you for everybody who purchased. As of right now, I don't know like once this airs if there will be any left, but I think there's like a handful left on the website. It's limited to just 60 pieces and it's $40.
Go and get yours before they're gone. This is the figure that they gave out during the event. It looks like this did not go, but Funko News Canada, a good friend of the channel, was there. The gold piece, it was a one of one.
Yes.
Brian Mariotti said on our interview that if somebody pulled that, he would offer them $10,000 for the figure.
Not if, when.
When?
Yeah.
Because he wanted it for his own collection.
Yeah.
The person who ended up winning this, which was, I think, like a child.
Yeah.
They didn't take the $10,000.
No.
Which, what we want to know, did the kid get punished after that? That's what I want to know for not taking the $10,000. That was insanity to me. I'm seeing that, but you look, it just says like how the fans love the products.
Yeah,
because
I thought that was really cute.
The product is really that important to people.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to see, right? Because they're like offered an extravagant amount of money.
Yeah.
They're sitting in a crowd of people. They ended up pulling the figure and they're asked, do you want this $10,000? And they're like, no, I want the figure.
So I actually saw the dad post in one of the Facebook groups, and he seems stoked that they got it.
Congratulations to the people who pulled it, and I'm sorry if the child is punished.
Grounded forever.
Grounded for life. So here's the figure that went up on the website. So it's a 1,000-piece figure, and then it had a 24 count limited piece or
Yeah.
chase piece. So that's pretty cool. I missed out on this. I didn't see this pop up fast enough. I probably would have went and bought one. They are sticking to their damn guns, Thrilljoy. So Thrilljoy has basically said, we're going to do what the bigger toy companies should be doing.
Yeah.
They should be offering limited pieces, chases, doing something special, making it special, including events. By the way, they talked about an event which we're going to get to. Both Rokimoto and Thrilljoy both did this. And in my opinion, it's brilliant. And there was a meme out there. So it's Rokimoto and Thrilljoy having fun in the pool where Funko is drowning. And if that isn't like the best meme for this event, I don't know what is, because Rokimoto and Thrilljoy were talked about. Funko was not.
No.
And it's interesting to see that they're being dethroned by the people who carried Funko. I never thought I'd see the day that this would happen. And by the way, I'm not being negative about Funko. I hope Funko bounces back. And they can also be a contender, because I think that is good for them all to sort of do their own thing.
They're all different, and I think that they have different flavors. There's something for everybody. You might not like everything that Rokimoto puts out, so you'll get something from Thrilljoy, and you might not like what Funko puts out, so you'll get something from Rokimoto. You know what I mean? Like,
you have options.
Yeah, there's
Who doesn't
something
want
for
options?
everybody. And
Yes.
you can love all three. I love all three.
I love Funko. I still buy Funko products. I bought Wondercon products, for crying out loud.
I still don't know why, but that's cool.
And then here's the Lion-O. See, these are $20. It looks like you have people here in the comment section that are sort of, got a lot of comments, got a lot of haters in here. But me personally, I think they look amazing. So we actually saw this in person at Toy Fair, because we met up with Brian Mariotti and he had these figures and he sort of showed them to us. I'm going to tell you this right now, for anybody that's hating on this, and by the way, everybody has their own opinions about this stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're going to like it, or you're going to like it, love it, or hate it, or dislike it, whatever. I'm telling you, in person, these are so far different, and the paint jobs are superior.
The paint jobs are immaculate, and not only that, but like, I hate to do this, I hate to compare to Funko, but you don't have like this ugly insert that you can see. Like, you see the full figure. The fact that you're able to see almost the entire figure in these boxes is pretty incredible. It feels higher end when you're holding it, and I don't think you'll be able to see it from these glams. I think you really truly need to get them in hand.
These figures have the zipper on the back. So you're basically tearing that zipper open to reveal the common, chase, or whatever it's going to be, and they're actually going to be sealed in plastic.
They're basically stopping it before it can even happen. The accusations where people are like, oh, well, my Hot Topic employee just buys all the chases and sells them to their friends.
Remember the guy at Target used to hide stuff in the back? You know we did. It's not conspiracy theory here or there. It's really happening at all the stores. Love the zipper part personally. I can't wait to do that. I cannot wait to tear the little zipper.
Oh, we did it once. Remember? At Toy Fair.
We did?
Yeah.
No, we didn't, did we? I tore it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
One of us did. God,
I'm so elderly. One of one Lord of the Rings figure.
Yes.
Which is the clear Frodo.
Yeah, so you have Frodo, you have a Frodo chase, and then you have a one of one. They mentioned that if you pull that one of one, which is going to be in retail stores like your Hot Topics and Box Lunch and whatever, you pull that one of one, you redeem that with Thrilljoy, you're sent to New Zealand for the ultimate Lord of the Rings experience.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is insane. Who else is doing that?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. They're offering some really crazy shit. And it's good stuff.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. He mentioned he wanted like the Willy Wonka golden ticket because, you know, when you pulled the golden ticket, you got a tour of the chocolate factory with Willy Wonka himself.
The same feel.
It is, except you're not going to a chocolate factory. You, as a Lord of the Rings nerd, are going to New Zealand.
And Brian was very serious when he said he wants to have like these one-of-ones and the numbers are going to be right. He doesn't want to screw any of that up, which I like that too, because we're really hearing from the company and their stance on this stuff, which Funko really does not discuss at all. I mean, other than this new limited edition thing, you don't hear much about it. And then you have Pixels, which these are like little stackable minifigures, which are pretty cool. Like a panoramic, or the, you know, what they originally called the Pix inside the cases.
But a much smaller
But a smaller
version.
one, and then you could stack them all, and then you could put like a little sign on top of it. I think this is a really fun one. A limited edition of 300 hidden golden Pixels will come with a redemption code redeemable for a free 12-inch Megapix. That is the most exciting part about this to me.
These are retailing for $12.99 each, I think you said. But the fact that they're doing this, like, it blows my mind because I legitimately have no idea how they can afford to hand out these Megapix. Like, they're basically saying there's going to be 300
yes,
right there
free
of the hidden golden pixels,
right?
And you can redeem for one of 300 of these Megapix.
How the hell are they doing it?
How financially, business-wise, like, how do you...
Brian, are you insane?
I think he is. I think he's lost his fucking marbles.
So here's a photo showing you the Pix, the new panoramics, which are down here. Those are like historical sort of people and stuff like that, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Then you have the pixels over here as well. And I think that this is a great lineup. This is a very good start. I don't know, how could we hate on this? How could anybody hate on this? This is literally watching like the very first days of a company like Funko when they started up. It's like watching them rev their engines and get started. That's what we're seeing with Thrilljoy. I think Thrilljoy could possibly be another humongous monster. Now, I will be honest with you. When I originally saw the Pix, or what they call the
Panorams.
When I originally saw the Pix, or what they call the panoramics now, I didn't know where this was going because, number one, I could tell it was a huge footprint for somebody's bedroom or a collector room. Also, I wondered, are people going to really collect a lot of these? It's nice to see that they're doing smaller stuff. I think that's a brilliant idea. I'm glad that they are listening to the fan base because I think everybody was screaming this at the show.
And give your fans what they want if you're going to be successful as a company. I think it not only appeases people, but people are going to buy what they like, right?
Absolutely. And the last piece of news is this brand new Thrilljoy block party. Save the date, 7/25/25, San Diego, California. There's another event that's going to take place with Rokimoto. We'll talk about that in tomorrow's video.
Okay.
They're going to have their own event too. So your entire weekend for San Diego Comic-Con is covered. From what we understand, Funko is not having their normal fun days.
No.
Like, things are really muffed up. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to have a fun days this year. We made a video earlier this year talking about how they're not going to have fun days at all. I think they're going to turn it into something else, and it's not going to happen during San Diego Comic-Con.
They are definitely going to have some sort of event. I think that they are going to see all of this and see all of the hype that these two companies are creating, and I think they're going to say, we need to do something, and they're going to sort of like throw something together. But the fact that they did this was basically them marking their territory.
100%. That's exactly what this is.
And I'm not saying like there's beef between Funko and these two companies, but they're like getting this out there before Funko has even said anything.
Right, absolutely.
So if there even were to be a fun days, are people going to it, or are people going to stuff like
That's
this?
awesome. Well, since there's no fun days, might have to go. Nothing has been confirmed. The rumor came from some nobody YouTubers.
Oh, I like that.
That's awesome. But they're talking about us. Anyway, doesn't matter. If Fun Days happens, what does it matter at this point? I mean, look at what's happening with these other two companies. I think it's going to be amazing over San Diego Comic-Con weekend. I wish that we could go to this. I can't fly. I'm a scaredy little cat. But I would love to find a way to get out there. Well, we want to know what you think about all this and more in the comment section down below. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Calvin Lee, Michael Petrino, Joseph Mayfield, Brian, X, Ryan Thomas, David Jones, Brian Barrick, Zach Bonifer, Cliff Demzik, and Lindsay. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock so hard. Make sure you check out patreon.com/Gastlecast for more information on how you could become a patron. And we do giveaways there. We show you upcoming Mischief Toys things and much, much more. Check it out. Patreon.com/Gastlecast. We'll have a lot of stuff to give away during the next call, which will occur in the month of April. I can promise you some fire emoji items during that live. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and a little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. You want to come and hang out with us. We have a blast during our lives every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. Come and chill with us, bruh. All right, that's all we've got for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.